I managed to take a level 1 weapon all the way to max level in only 20 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This method is even faster than playing MW2 multiplayer, and it's all done within Resurgence on Ashika Island, so even if you're a free-to-play player, you can still level up your guns this fast. It can easily be done solo, or you can bring some friends along to help you out, and it all revolves around sneakily focusing on completing specific contracts and looting whilst moving your way around the map as efficiently and fast as possible. The first thing you need to do is select your weapon of choice and put it as a primary on one of your loadouts. In this example, I chose my level 1 M16, which I hadn't leveled at all yet because that gun is absolutely terrible. If it's a secondary, like a pistol that you want to level up, then it'll be slightly more challenging since you'll need a loadout in order to get your hands on it. In terms of the rest of the contents of the loadout, it's not make or break because you can just buy the primary at a buy station. However, you may as well set up the rest of the loadout since you can land on the free loadout later on, and some of the other bits that I'm going to recommend might help you out a lot with this method. The primary aim of the loadout is to avoid enemies and stay moving fast. So I chuck a knife on as a secondary to move at max speed in between contracts, stims to refresh my tac sprint, lethals, there's not really anything we really need, so I go with drill charges because they're pretty broke. And then for the perk package, you want double time for max tac sprint duration, battle hardened to nerf all of those pesky tacticals that might reveal you or slow you down, resupply to constantly refresh stims and stay mobile, and finally ghost to stay off of the minimap from any UAV pings. Once you've done all that, make sure you favorite the loadout. The reason that we do this will become clear very shortly. Obviously, a double weapon XP token is a massive help before you jump in, and you can get some on the free battle pass tiers, so pop one of those before you jump in if you've got one. We'll be jumping into Resurgence quads, and even if you are doing this solo or with one friend, make sure that the squad fill is on. This way, if and when you die in game, there'll still be a decent chance that a teammate will be alive and you'll be able to respawn. Now admit it guys, when you're watching your favorite content creators, you probably have the thought of, how lucky is this guy he gets to sit at home and make money playing video games? Well, today's video sponsor, Legionfarm, can teach you the profession and guarantee your income. Legionfarm have been on the market for 6 years now, and they've created a platform for coaching and companionship in games where you can play with the top 0.5% of gamers. They've also given the opportunity to earn money from coaching to thousands of top players, many of whom later become streamers and even enter esports. Through Legionfarm alone, gamers have earned over $30 million over the past 6 years. So what's really on offer? Well, first they'll pump up your gaming skills, pushing you towards becoming a top 0.5% player. This includes practice with coaches, personal and group lessons, tournament practice, and courses. After that, Legionfarm will provide you with your first clients to coach, and they'll also help you to create and build your presence across all socials. This will help you get a stable flow of clients for paid coaching and your other services. Moreover, Legionfarm will also teach you to create great content, which will help you increase your following even further. The main point of the program is that Legionfarm guarantees your earnings. On their website, you can find a list of some of their players who have earned from $3,000 to $8,000 in a single month. And there's even a minimum income calculator on there too, so you can check how much you can earn depending on your situation. There's 2 types of program on offer, the 6 to 12 month program where you can begin earning once it's finished, or the 3-month package for those who want to start faster and receive guaranteed earnings starting from $1,000 a month. In general, the program pays itself off very quickly, so it's 100% worth it. The link to the Legionfarm website will be down in the description below, so go check it out and start your gaming career today. Now, the reason we favorited that loadout just a second ago is because no matter what loadout you select in the lobby on your first life, it will always spawn you in with your favorited loadout. Land as quickly as possible and start shooting some AFK parachuters with your gun you're trying to level up. There's a ton of free kills available in the lobby, and even though the XP gains can be quite small, you can still get a couple of crucial levels before the game even starts. When the game begins, you're looking for a landing area that's ideally situated near a scavenger or most wanted contract and also a buy station. You need to land directly on that contract and pick it up before any enemies can steal it away from you, and then your goal is to find 2.5k to be able to buy your first gun. The devs have blessed us this season with a ton more cash in containers and on the floor, so finding 2.5k is very, very easy. Once you've got it, hit up that nearest buy station and buy your gun. In terms of the actual contract you're doing, let's start off by talking about Scavengers. These have been reintroduced into Ashika Island from Warzone 1, and they are so much quicker and easier to complete than the safe crackers that we have on Al Mazrah. The main thing here is you are avoiding enemies. You are not shooting anyone. The focus is just on completing the contract as quick as possible. If you're doing this with a friend or two, it becomes even quicker and easier because you can split up and go and get a chest each if they're in slightly different areas. And even if you're doing this solo, you might might get lucky and have teammates who help you complete it. And while you're moving to the actual scavenger boxes, feel free to open up other containers that you come across along the way, because these also give nice little amounts of weapon XP. You just need to make sure that you've got the gun you want to level up in your hands when that last box opens and the scavenger contract completes. If you're finding the explanation of this method to be useful to you and you're going to go try it out in your next game, then why not also consider subscribing down below to the channel so you can keep up to date with all of the video content that I'm producing. Every subscriber means an absolute ton to me, and I am pushing for 100,000 this year. It only takes one click, so why don't you go subscribe? As soon as you complete it, no rest, open up the map and get moving to the next scavenger or most wanted contract. Usually there are way more most wanteds on the map than scavengers, especially as you come out of the early game. You can see here in this game we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 most wanteds all in pretty much one area, with only a few of these scavengers spread around the map. The main reason for this is because people seem to still avoid doing the most wanteds. They think that there's way too much risk associated with revealing a player of your team to everyone else on the map. Honestly though, this really isn't the case. Ashika Island, especially in quads, is way too hectic for anyone to bother taking time to go running after a most wanted marked player, if they even noticed the contract started in the first place. The most important thing to remember about completing this contract is that every container you or your team open while it's active will reduce the timer by 10 seconds. And lucky for us, this map is absolutely rammed full of bags, chests, medical cabinets, and most importantly, the resurgence chests, which refill themselves every so often so you can open them multiple times and get that timer down as quick as possible. You can see in the background just how quick you can complete these contracts with no issues and no one even trying to come and kill you. I completed 2 contracts in a minute and a half max. It was nuts. Just find a building or two that haven't been fully searched and open every container possible. You will absolutely fly through these contracts faster than you thought you could complete them. During this whole strategy, if you do die and you're able to respawn, I'd recommend that you either land at a safe buy station, maybe a little bit further out so you can just buy your gun again. You'll likely have 2.5k from all the contracts you've been doing. Or you can try and land back on your body and secure your gun, but keep in mind, it might have been picked up by someone else, or it might just be too difficult to land there and get out alive. The best thing you can do, if it's possible and not too dangerous, is to go for your free loadout drop. This way, you can secure your loadout, get your gun that you want to level, and also get access to all of those perks that are just going to help out this method a ton. Then you just go back to focusing on the contract, as we've explained. Sometimes you'll get in a game and you'll have no momentum going for you, and the contracts and buy stations will be positioned weirdly on the map. In that case, do not waste any time. Just leave, requeue, and start again. Ideally, you can get 3 or 4 of these contracts done per game, assuming that that's your focus and you're not engaging enemies. Within 2 10-minute or so games with a double weapon XP token active, you'll for sure have your gun max leveled, ready for tuning. And now that you're getting your guns max leveled, you need to go and watch this video next, where I show you the statistically best way to build every single assault rifle in Warzone 2 right now.